Hello my adorables. Thank you very much for watching this video. I have my Hello Kitty canvases sitting here, well, 4 of them, and I opened them up. I got the plastic flattened out on it best I can, and I did that in the video, but you know, sometimes I just talk too much. I say dumb things, you know, like every thought in my head comes out, and I kind of got to stop that, but it's fun, and I don't have much to live for, so, you know, I just do it. Yeah. It's the end of the line for me, so whatever, right? I want to talk about something, and if nobody listens, I don't have a problem with it, but I need to release it, because this is why I started my channel in the first place. Like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something. Well, they got taken down because, you know, that's what they do. That's what they do when you're exposing truth and saying things that that all-seeing eye doesn't want you to say and talk about. Then they find reasons to take your channel down. You know, like how many videos do you watch that have clips of the media in it? But yet, I couldn't do that. Not with what I said. They took my videos down. So this channel will never be monetized. Number one, I don't want commercials in my videos. Well, number two, they're never going to allow it. I'm red flagged all over the place. Alright, so from the information that I've gathered over the years, it's like this. Jesus is the Son of God, right? So you got the sun in the sky. That's the same thing. It's a representation. Jesus represents the sun. So it's the Son of God. Our sun in the solar system is the Son of God, right? So God, therefore, is the solar system, the galaxy, the universe. God is the conscious energy. The Big Bang, God attained consciousness, self-awareness. So he created all this stuff. We are living in God's thoughts, basically. And I think that when we pray, when we dream, when we think, that our emotional energy sends this up to God through the sun. And it comes back and manifests for us. And I think that the dark side, well, they know this, they know how it works. And slowly but surely over the decades, there is less about God and there's more about Lucifer. I mean, we got TV shows trying to humanize Lucifer, do we not? Yes, we do. The thing going on with the Olympics and the Last Supper image that they're making a mockery of, the Last Supper, don't get upset over it, because it's the Olympics and it has been going on in every opening ceremony from the beginning. It's like each country is like, this is the perfect human that I built, look what he can do. Like it's a contest for the gods or something. Because I think that's what it originated as. So we are influenced by energy of the planets and the stars. And depending on the location of us and these planets, you know, different energies come down. They'll tell you, hey, this is not going to be a good day for you. Avoid this and this and this on this day. This will be a good day for you. You know, so, okay. A lot of people believe that, don't they? Sure do. Because that's how it works. And they kind of need our belief. So this is the danger point. You've seen Skeleton Key, right? And this couple, they wanted to take over the bodies of other people so they could live forever. They could be young again, right? But their spell wasn't going to work without the belief of the people that they wanted to take their bodies, you know? They needed to believe, Peter. And there's a lot of that going on where you need to believe. They tell you that in all the Disney movies. You need to believe. Because belief is the foundation of reality. Right? So now, all the signs in the heavens are for us. They're all for the children of God, right? Except for one. The total solar eclipse. The black hole sun. That is a sign for darkness and for evil. Why? Why? That's a good question. Maybe because you can't get to the sun. You can't get to the Son of God during that time. This is all energy. Everything is energy. Conscious energy. That's what we are. And once we leave these bodies, these earth suits, these meat suits, these containers, after we leave it, we go on our way. We are conscious energy, but now we're not anchored to these bodies and this human brain, which has been beaten down with chemicals and just all kinds of things to make us stupid. Medications and pharmaceuticals, that's the way to say it. And, you know, it's in the food and the water and the air. There's all these contaminants, and they're making us stupid. They're making us so that we can't get our energy to the sun, our thoughts, our prayers, and we can't manifest them because and then the visuals, we're getting weighed down with negative, dark, evil, with WAR, and movies about DEATH. Murderers. We're all the bad things. And the news will show you the bad things. Definitely. That's what's important to them. And then they'll put it in with a little bit of fluff and maybe some Mr. Roger music in the middle to relax you back to, hey, this is reality. Calm down. This is reality. But here's all these fires. Here's all these floods. Here's all these storms. And if something happens to your house, you're going to call it an act of God? I doubt that. I doubt that, babe. I don't believe it anymore. This is all being controlled. They got giant ships in Australia that are chilling the ocean. I swear. NASA has a giant machine. They've had it for, oh my God, it's been there for a decade at least. But it's making clouds. They had to buy all the land for miles and miles around because this machine was so big and so loud. It's massive. I've never seen the scale of the stuff. And then they're like, well, what's a pyramid? What's the pyramids? It's a tomb. Oh, well, I thought the kings were buried in the Valley of the Kings. So what are you telling me this is a tomb for? It's absolutely ridiculous. But there you go. There you go. Because believe it. And then you have the scientists, the geologists, archaeologists. They're all out there in the field, and they're like, no, something's wrong. But they will get blacklisted by mainstream academia if they try to tell you the truth and what they feel these things are. And it's like, whatever you paid for your education, you might as well throw it away because you ain't working here no more. Because it's the truth, and they're trying to expose the truth. But somehow they're still waiting like it's gonna happen. They're waiting for the officials to see the truth and confirm it. It's like, that's never gonna happen. These are lying mofos that are running the world. Okay. China. China has a sun. China has a sun. They launched it up, and there was this bright ball of I don't know what. Cold fusion? I don't know what the hell that was. And they launched it up in the air. What the hell? People saw it. Did it make news over here? Probably not. You gotta watch a video for that on YouTube. You're not, they don't really want to tell you all the things in detail what they're doing, like what they're doing in space. With all these rockets going up in space every day. But we're getting taxed for climate change. One rocket does more damage than what we can do in a year with everything that humans do on this planet. One rocket exceeds all of that, and they're going up every day, and they're telling us about global warming. Put it in check, babe, right? So people are saying now that there's something in front of the sun. They've been saying this for a long time. There have been people on this for a long time. And they think there's something in front of the sun. Well, didn't they fire CERN up, the largest magnet on the frickin' planet, and they fired that up during the total solar eclipse. So now the sun is blocked. Now you got this magnetic pole. It's like gravity, like a gravitational pole, What are you doing? Well, good luck getting an answer. And they just shake it off. Like, I have had enough. I'm going crazy because it's like I'm watching all this stuff and people don't see it. Well, I'm telling them about this for a long time. I've been talking about the Olympics and the opening ceremonies and the freaky shit going on, and it's like nobody's paying attention. There are people paying attention. They're called truthers. And, the dark powers that be. They will influence you to point the finger and laugh at anybody trying to figure out what's going on. They put disinformation out there to confuse you so you make mistakes. They have people out there that will, if something is true, they'll, okay, let's go here. Let's go here. We're going to stop with the sun thing for just a minute. We've got the president. Somebody tried to bang the president. It's a kid, right? Young dude, up on the roof. Somebody said he was trying to point him out and he got ignored. Because we've got to validate that this is real, right? So there's a witness that saw him up there. Well, now there's video of him crawling up there, But now there's another guy, and he's supposed to be a federal agent on the water tower. What? Because if you need a plan B. You need a plan B. So now if there's two bang men, well, you got to believe it now, right? How about no? How about I don't believe any of that? How about I believe that was totally fake. Everything about it was fucking fake. I don't believe one bit. Trump represents the fifth angel of the biblical apocalypse in Revelation. You've got the clown, the evil clown, the Mad Hatter, the jester. You got chaos and mayhem. All these things are associated with Trump. Like American Horror Story. It starts off, it's about Trump. It's about presidency in the show, one of the seasons. And the lady's dealing with killer clowns in the grocery store. There you go. I'm not the only one that sees it. It is what it is. It's right there. I have seen too much. I can't tell you all of it. But I could tell you that I believe what we are thinking about, what we're dreaming about, that we're sending that up through our silver cord We're sending that up to the sun, to the universe, and when it comes back, it manifests. It's like request received, boom, here's your manifestation. And if we knew how to utilize that, we can manifest wonderful things. Okay, but there's not. We are being influenced all day, every day, by the worst freaking things. I've got an image right now of the streets, what the streets look like in the cities. And we just keep going down this road where there's nothing good to watch on TV. Where is something wholesome and good, really? Anything like the show The 100? Oh my God. As soon as they come down to earth, they start fighting. They're fighting with themselves. They're fighting with the natives. It's just a fight everywhere. You can't watch anything. I want to actually see what it would be like if people land on another planet and start, like, let's get a story going on where it's good. No. They show us that humans just don't know how to get along. All this stuff is so beneath us, and yet it exists. And we watch it. We listen to the music with the messed up words as it plays in anything but 423 hertz. The Schumann resonance. I said residence. So, I'm never going to upload this. I'm not going to upload this. This is ridiculous. So what is going on with the Antichrist? What is the Antichrist? Because if Jesus is the Son, and the Antichrist is the opposite. What is Antichrist? Because if God is like our universal computer, it is what it is, where we live. We live in God. How are they going to do this? It has something to do with blocking out the sun. And something else will take over. Maybe it'll be the moon. I don't know. That's ridiculous. It's not really ridiculous. There's something up with the moon. I remember for the London Olympics, I was working on stuff. I was researching a lot of things about blue moon. There was beer. There were cops putting blue balloons in people's houses, and they would just open the windows in the UK and just put these balloons in with the tag that says, oh, you left your window open. Better lock your window. What? Yeah, I better lock my window so the cops don't come putting blue balloons in my frickin' door. So, God only knows what kind of powder was inside of those balloons, because there is sometimes powder in there. That's how they make them. And it's like, it was just wrong. Anyways, I was watching all this stuff about blue moon stuff, and it's the second full moon of the month. There I am, watching TV, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go record the moon. It's a full moon. I go to the window, I look up, I start recording, and instantly there were these clouds that went in front of the moon that were different shades of like browns and grays, and then it went blue. And I'm like, get the frick out of here. I got that on video. It didn't do it again for the whole night. It didn't ever do it again. Never seen that again. But what were the odds that the exact moment I walked to the window and start recording, the moon turns blue? I manifested that. I had to. Never seen anything like it. There's all kind of crazy stuff going on like that, where it's like I think something, and boom, I'm seeing it. And the synchronicities is like I got smack myself sometimes. Like, what the hell is going on? Because it's really unbelievable. If I knew how to harness that properly, like I belong on a mountaintop. I need to go with some monks up on a mountaintop and just forget about the rest of the world or something, because this is a hard reality. I don't have distractions. Most people, they go out, they have coworkers, and they can chat with them. They go get something to eat. They're chatting with somebody there, and like all throughout your day, you're busy and you're doing stuff, and you're in contact with other people. And I'm just continuously sitting here on my own, day after day. It's like pretty much a controlled environment. So I'm noticing these things. I don't have much to distract me from the reality that is this place. So new computer, because God is a supercomputer. God is the universe, right? And God gave us his sun, and the sun, which I was taught it was a ball of gas. The nuns taught us that it was a giant ball of gas, and then it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Why, if it's a giant ball of gas on fire, and that's how the planet is heating up, like why is space freezing cold? That doesn't make any sense. And then I realized, you know what, it's cold fusion is what the sun is, but that's not what I was taught. You're going to tell me they didn't know that back then? That there was this revelation that the sun isn't a ball of gas, it's actually cold fusion, and they just forgot to tell us. What the frick? You know, so reality collapses as you just make these revelations on your own, because nobody told me. I just thought about it. And then why is space cold if the sun is warming? It's the radiation that's warming us. And we've got shields. The earth has shields to block us from that radiation. Because you got the earth. Okay, and it's just energy. All it is energy, and there's these ley lines on the earth. With this energy, God designed it this way, so that we can manifest our dreams and our reality, you know. And there's these huge structures on these energy points all across the world. There's hundreds of them, and all across the world. And basically, it's stuff that's torn down. Like it's an ancient monument or something. That's what they call it. Like, what was Stonehenge? It was probably an observatory or something. There's things out there. It's like if alchemy. I don't know what happened to this planet, but supposedly it was all submerged underwater. You got pressure, you got radiation, you got heat and cold, and you know. That's alchemy, and things transition from one thing to another through alchemy. You can turn something into gold. You could turn something into coal, oil, diamonds. You know, and we got man-made diamonds, but it's supposed to be millions of years old. It's supposed to take millions and millions of years to make diamonds, but man can do it in a month or something. But it starts off as carbon. So there's all this carbon. All this stuff was living, and they're pulling the oil out. It's like, what? What was it before? You know, we find fossils in stone. It's like, what? The dirt turned to stone. It's alchemy. It's all alchemy, and it happened. So when you see things like Petra, it's like, what was that? A piece of a giant tree, and somebody carved this out of it? Like the tree of life, right? Avatar or something. That movie blew me away. Anyway, yeah. It looks like it was carved. Some things just look like it was carved so easily, like it was wood. And if everything was submerged with heat and pressure and all that, and the radiation and the gravitational force, who knows? You know, whatever the tree, nobody says the tree was a woody tree. It could be like a mushroom. It could be like bamboo, or, you know. Moses struck a rock, and the water come forth from the ground up through the rock. I think God was ticked off at that, because he didn't want him to hit it with the staff. He wanted the people to see that the power was not in the staff. The power was in the word. So water came up. Well, trees, they have, if you got a big tree, well, like the redwoods, They can't get water all the way up to the top, so they create their own atmosphere at the top. That's why it's always raining over there. It's because of the trees creating the atmosphere right there above their heads, you know? So that way there's a whole ecosystem up there, and I don't know. This planet was mined, and it's more than apparent. So if the Anunnaki came here for gold, and they took the gold, what are we digging for? They got all the gold, and we got like the remains that you really got to dig. What are we, some kind of crew that's like a salvage crew or something? Anyway, okay, skip over that because it really doesn't matter. And let's get back, pull it back to this nanotech. Nanotech was supposed to be sprayed in the sky via aerosol from airplanes. You can't see nanotech. You breathe it in, it gets in your lungs, it gets in your blood, it gets in your brain. Zombies want brains. Yeah, in the future you might want some of that nanotech, and you might be a brain eater. So, nanotech, right? The cloud. If the Anunnaki needed metal for the atmosphere, maybe that's why the sun is looking so big like that. Maybe it's actually gold. Maybe they're making the nanobots out of gold, but doing it all. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know, but nothing seems right. So this Antichrist, this is going to be the AI, okay? And it's huge, it's massive, it's running the whole planet. They're making like the commercials. That's AI making your commercials now. There's so much lie going on when you're watching things. Don't assume it's a human being there. You hear a little word, like nobody talks like that. Nobody, like everybody in the world knows how to pronounce that word. Why can't you pronounce it right? And you think, well, then it's got to be like a voiceover from the computer, No, the image of the dude is there. He's been there. This has been his channel for how long? I've been watching. Why can't he say that word right? Why would he read it wrong? Because it's not him. I mean, that tech is very real. And we're seeing signs of it now because people are bringing it to our attention. Like people like me that says, you know what, there's no way they took 80-year-old William Shatner into space with all that G-force. You got to be shitting me. And he's wearing a mask. There's evidence of the mask. That's why people don't see it. You show them in a video and you got people, conspiracy theorists. Go fuck yourself. How about that? If you think like that. And I mean it. I got one particular person in mind. Okay, I got two. Think a whole lot of them. Think a whole lot of people. No, they're really, I don't know anybody. I'm just kidding with all of that. Okay, so anyways, the AI, where are they keeping it? Where are they keeping it? It's a machine. It's a machine. They say the cloud. They say it's in the frickin' cloud. But you got to keep a big machine like that cool. So they think it's buried in the earth. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's in space. Like the sun is in space. Maybe they took the... I don't know. What are they going up there with every freaking day? They're sending things up there. What are they building? It's going to be massive. One day, the veil will fall, and we will see through it, and there will be a huge space station up there, like in Elysium, or whatever that movie was. And oh, how great when... I was watching that movie the other day. It was a pentagram in the middle of it to support the rings. Oh my God, you're crazy. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, it was. There are global events going on here. Planetary. And the elite know exactly what they're doing. And we're supposed to manifest this for us just by them showing us. There's one channel, it's called The Scariest Movie Ever. And he will break down the Olympics for sure. I unsubscribe because I just can't take no more of this shit. But I see enough, just that little bit of enough to set me off. So the scariest movie ever. He decodes everything real good. And he'll tell you what it means and you will understand it. But here's the catch. He says they have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. Like it's some kind of law. No. They're showing us because they need us to think it, to see it, to think it, to ponder it, to dream it. And then our emotional energy will charge it up, send it up to the supercomputer in the sky, which is God, go through the sun, and then it goes to God, and then it come back down, and it will manifest for them. We are doing it for them. And that's why they control all the media, all the TV, all the radio. They control everything. Everything. And the advertisements they want to do, they're telling us, now we're going to put advertisements directly into your head. I don't have room for that. Guys, you know it. You know it. I got a lot going on in my brain, and I don't need freaking advertisements going in there. They're talking about 15-minute cities. Wherever you live, you're going to be able to get to everything you need to go to within 15 minutes. That's it. You don't go no further. They're talking about some shit where you're going to have 3 pieces of clothes each per year is all you're allowed to buy. What? Yes. You're not going to be allowed to own personal possessions. No more of that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And this is all happening within the next couple years, you know, like the 15-minute city thing. Oh, yeah. It's real deal. It's in the works. And you get, like, Trudeau from Canada. I want to smack him. I just want to smack him. I want to smack him. He's so fake. He's like a punk kid. Just punch him. Punch him in the head. Hey, that's another thing. You know what? I was thinking, why don't somebody just smack these people? That's what I want to see. I want to see somebody smacking these people. Just walk up to the elite and just punch them or something like that. And the next thing you know, I turn on the TV. It's all over the place. There's a whole bunch of people talking about smacking the shit out of the elite. Get out of here. Basically, they wanted to hit Trump. Get out of here. I was having the same thought. Now, our thoughts are being controlled by this tech that is so freaking small we can't even see it. They want to spray it in the fucking air. We just breathe it in. Oh, man. Oh, man. And that little, but for 2 years, there was a transition ritual going on. That's what that was. For 2 years, it was a transition ritual. And what you have to do, you have to isolate yourself. You have to cleanse yourself. You have to cleanse your surroundings. You have to meditate in solitude. You have to put on a mask. And eventually, it's a transition. I know a lot about this because I kind of did it unintentionally. And I know I am not the same person that I was. I put on a mask that I cannot take off. And I'm like raging over my past and the people who are involved in my downfall. There's nobody to help me up. What the fuck kind of world is this? This is where we live? Watch Punky Brewster as a kid. Punky Brewster, yeah. And she's got all this rainbow stuff, rainbow room, and you think it's going to be a cute little show. What is the first thing you see in the intro of that show? Henry, the guy that's going to adopt her, which is kind of weird. An old man adopting a little girl. I got some questions and issues with that. Okay, but whatever. He walks over a drunken homeless man in the alley. He just steps right over him in the intro. So you see that. I saw that every week. To watch Punky Brewster, I watched Henry walk over the homeless in an alley. Thank you. Thank you, television. Like, that's just the way it is. We don't try to help these people. We just ignore them and walk right over them. No, man. The country's gonna burn. And if you live near the New Madrid fault line, I would highly suggest that you move. Like, why are they going to put everybody in these cities anyway? Because there's going to be a big event happen. A big event. Hello, California. Goodbye, California. But what can happen is, up at Niagara Falls, they have charges set under the basin of the falls. You might not know it, but all underneath the Great Lakes, there's a tunnel system. It is massive. It is massive. It's legit. I've seen documentary videos where they're just talking about it all matter of fact. So it's not a conspiracy. It's up there. And the way they have it, if the falls, if the basin of the falls would ever overflow, well, they would just blow it. And it would drain down. Where? That's the New Madrid fault line, baby. A new Mariana Trench without the rest of the ocean. It's insane. And they're fracking, putting these holes all over the earth, way down. Like, what are you doing? What are you putting in there? Maybe they're putting charges in there. I don't know. We're hearing these noises. There's something that sounds like water. You ever throw a rock on the top of a frozen lake and it sounds like... It sounds like somebody's pulling cords on a harp, but electrified and really tight and taut. It's weird. It's a strange noise. They were recording that coming from the frickin' sky. I don't know where the hell that was. But there's all kinds of strange noises in the sky. There's flying things in the sky, and you can't ignore it anymore. I'm tired of pretending this shit ain't real. I want real answers. Never gonna get them. Never gonna get them. You're just gonna have to watch it go down because they've got their narrative for the aftermath. They've got their narrative set for the New World Order. That this is all gonna be just a natural catastrophe. It's global warming. I don't think so, man. You're creating this shit. They're creating this shit. And we're giving it to them. And if you pray for Jesus to come and help us, to have peace on earth, heaven on earth, well, in order to create that, what do you have to destroy? Because it's not just going to be, whoop, there it is. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, right? It's a process that would manifest through a long time, through a long process. But we're not going to be sending for a minute, for a while, because it's supposed to be darkness, right? Darkness is going to come for a long time, right? Well, that will be the reign of the Antichrist, right? So if something is in front of the sun, it could be the moon, it could be anything, man. They could put something else up there, but they're building something, right? You believe that, right? All this stuff they're taking up there isn't fitting in a little tin can, you know? They're building something massive up there. And it's going to block out the sun, and it's going to be AI. They're going to hijack God, the universe, the actual universe here on this planet, and the way it works, and the way things manifest and live in harmony and peace. And they're going to jack that up and take control over it with AI instead of the sun. There's going to be a different boss, right? So you go through this black hole sun, I guess, through the AI. And your dreams and your thoughts, it will all go up to it. But they don't care. They're not going to manifest what you want. That's the difference. It's going to manifest what it wants. Even though it hears your prayers, it doesn't necessarily have to manifest it. Because it's dark. And it's evil. It's some scary shit. Because when you actually look out the window and see the sun freaking flashing, And it's like, wow, wow, what? I deleted the video. I should have found a way to make a clip and play music in it. It would have been on one of those channels. You know what? There is a video that I uploaded years back. Something titled, like, you know, maybe it was like, this is not the moon. Well, I was recording what I thought was the moon out the back window. And then all of a sudden I realized, you know what? I don't see the moon out the back window. It comes out the front window and the side, you know, something's wrong here. So I went to the front window and I recorded the moon, held the camera up. Look, there's the moon. I go back to the back window. I'm like, what is that? It looked like the moon, but it wasn't. There's a bright light in the sky. Bright. Large. Large. I was recording the skies a lot. And sometimes I would zoom in and it looked like cities in the sky. Like there were lines in the clouds and oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I gotta be done. I gotta be done because I just seen too much. I know too much. I can't express it all. And I'm very sorry that I hurt all of your brains with this if you listened. Thank you for being one of my adorables and giving this video the time of day. It means a lot to me. I hope you're having a great day. I'm not trying to instill fear in you. I'm basically wanting some company. Okay. Okay. Peace out. God bless.